Do not interfere with immigration agents trying to make arrests. That's the sharp warning from President Trump's border czar to Governor Tony Evers. The governor's directive to state employees about immigration agents is at the heart of the notice. Blake Eason is covering this back and forth from the newsroom for us at 4.
Yeah, dear, that directive instructed state workers not to answer questions or provide any documents without calling a lawyer if ICE agents show up at any state-owned building. Today, Governor Evers saying he didn't do anything wrong after he says President Trump's border czar threatened to arrest him.
Your comments on the Wisconsin governor sending directives to state agencies to not comply with ICE and actually stop your deportation efforts.
Wait to see what's coming.
Any updates on the military?
I meant what I said. You cannot support what we're doing. And you can support sanctuary cities. That's what you want to do. When you cross that line of impeding that or knowingly harboring, concealing, illegal handling, that is a felony. And we're treated as such.
In this country, the federal government doesn't get to arrest American citizens who have not committed a crime. In this country, we don't threaten to persecute people just because they belong to a different political party. These threats represent a concerning trajectory in this country. We now have a federal government that will threaten or arrest an elected official or even everyday American citizens who have broken no laws, committed no crimes, and done nothing wrong.
Now, Governor Evers sharing that video statement on social media exclusively on Upfront before Homan's comments today. Democratic Attorney General Josh Kaul weighing in on the governor's directive.
Here in the state, related somewhat, but not related, there's been a lot of talk about this guidance the governor issued related to ICE and agents in state buildings. There's been questions about whether this guidance was legal coming from Republicans. I'm curious your take on that guidance that the governor has issued.
I have to say I'm surprised that this has received as much pushback as it had. As I understand it, the governor has suggested that if ICE comes somewhere, that the state agency should make sure to get their attorneys involved in the process. That's a reasonable thing that I think anybody would suggest in this circumstance. Having attorneys work the process to make sure that things are done lawfully, that the rights of state citizens are protected, because the state government, of course, has a lot of confidential and private data regarding state citizens. That's just common sense. So I think this is an effort to politicize what is really a common sense move from the Evers administration.
So you're comfortable with this guidance?
Yes.
It's important to note Assembly Republicans this week did call for the governor to rescind his directive.
Blake Eason in the newsroom for us here at 4. Sunday morning on Upfront, our exclusive with Attorney General Josh Kaul on the FBI arrest of Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan. It's all new Sunday morning at 9 right here on WISN.